What's going on, guys? We're back here with another video for you. Today's video, you guys have been waiting for it, but it's gonna be a little different. I know you want to pretty much get an update on my gears, how they're towing, how they're doing, how's it gonna tow the boat, how's it gonna tow the toy hauler. But before I make that video, I want to kind of compare. Now, I'll show you guys a truck that I'm going to compare it to. It's not, I would say, identical, but it is pretty dang close. So as you guys know, we had the black truck over here. This truck, you guys saw in my last video, this is the one that scared me with the train's horns. This truck is bone stock, not deleted. It has 35-inch tires, I think 34.5. They're 295, 65, 20. I'm not sure what that comes out to, but we're going to use this truck and I'm going to compare, and I know it's not a perfect comparison, obviously, because this one is bone stock and it is on stock gearing and it is on a little bigger tires. I wish I had a, bone stock truck on 37s to compare it to with stock gearing, but as of right now, I don't. So we're gonna use this truck for now. And what I wanna do is I'm gonna hook it up to the toy hauler. I'm going to see pretty much speed-wise, pulling up the grade, and I wanna see also what RPM it's at. So when I'm pretty much on flat, I wanna see if it's, cruising, say, 6th gear, 5th gear at a certain, RPMs. I just want to compare the gearing ratio. Now, a lot of you guys said, Eddie, you could tell when I was driving, the RPMs were a little high. Yes, at about 75 miles an hour, the RPMs in this are about 2,000 RPMs. I'm going to check and see, do the same thing, see what the RPM is on this with pretty much without towing anything. See if it's 75 miles an hour at 2,000 RPMs also. But I'm gonna do that in a later video. We'll compare that. Right now I wanna compare towing. So we're gonna take this Duramax and we're gonna hook it up to the toy hauler and see how it pulls. On my channel, I wanna try to give you guys, the real numbers and not, what you read or what you see. I wanna record it, and I'm curious for myself too also, because I wanna compare these things, especially with this being re-geared. Now, I finally did hit the 500 mile mark, but I'm not gonna tow with it yet. When I do tow, I'm gonna tow the boat, just a little light load. It says I gotta tow it for like 15 minutes and then stop, and it's a whole nother process. So I'll do this video later, but right now let's see how this thing pulls it. You know what, I changed my mind. I want to, real quick, before I tow the trailer, while there's nothing connected to this, I want to see the mileage, pretty much miles per hour and RPM comparison between this truck and my truck, basically, before I hook everything up. Like I said, my truck, about 70-75 miles an hour, it was at 2,000 RPMs. Now, a lot of you guys also say with my gearing ratio, it's gonna suck for the freeway and I'm gonna get worse gas mileage. Now, yeah, it's only been about a week, but as of right now, my gas mileage has actually increased by 2, or I think it was 3 miles per gallon. I'll double check, but according to the gauge, it does say I'm getting 18 miles per gallon or 17.8, which I'm usually getting about 15. So as of right now, there has been no decrease in fuel mileage. All right, we're gonna jump on the freeway. Oh, it's a nice little fishing boat there. So we are going to jump on the freeway. Well, damn, that's a nice L5P. I'll give it to that, that's nice. Where was I here? Sorry, getting interrupted. I live in like Truckville over here. All right, let's jump on this freeway and well, do a little comparison. We'll head, we'll go east. There might be some traffic the other way. Okay, so we're on the freeway right now. We are comparing the miles per hour to the RPM compared to my truck on 37s with 410s. And man, I mean, no offense to these people that drive these emissions truck. Woof, these things barely move on themselves. Sorry, no offense, but man, they're pretty slow. Okay, so let's see, what are we at here? We're at 65 miles an hour right now. So at 65 miles an hour, this is at 1,600 RPMs. Now let's get up to 70 here. Okay, so it looks like 70 miles per hour, we are at about, I'd say, just under 1,800. I'd say almost at 1,800. Let's take it to 80 here. Let's go 75. So 75 miles an hour, we are at just above 1,800 RPMs. And we are on flat ground, we're not climbing, we're not going down. So 75, let's say 75, 1,800 RPMs. Now that is with a stock truck and with a little bigger tires, 295, 65 20s. But this truck does have a stock gear ratio of a 373. So now let's head back home and we'll hook up the trailer and see. And I will show you guys, also do a comparison on my truck, the RPMs to the miles per hour. One thing I do notice right off the bat with this truck is, I mean, here's an example. So I'm trying to give a little more gas, oh, and it shifted. So what I've noticed, you know, the huge thing and what I love about mine is when you need that little, you know, little more gas, that little more throttle, it doesn't downshift like this, and you don't have to give so much gas. Obviously, of course, because it's in the little higher RPM range. And, you know, I think it for me, I mean, it's much better, drives better, you know, it feels like there is more there to the truck. And I'm not even saying, you know, cruising in 6th gear at 80. I'm talking even, you know, from 3rd to 4th gear. It's just as soon as my Duramax shifts, boom, it seems like it's instant torque again right away. This one, when it just shifted, it kind of, I'm not gonna say died, but it just wasn't there. You didn't feel that continuous pulling. All right, we got her hooked up. Let's make sure everything is secure before we start towing. Okay, we should probably take the bike out, probably close it for, okay, so nothing is secured. Is the razor strapped at least? The razor is strapped and we're good to go. Trailer's hooked up, we got it in drive. Let's just see if I let go of the brake, what it does. There's my brake output right there, if you guys see it. So now my foot is completely off the brake and we're not moving. Okay, give a little gas. All right, we're moving now. All right, let's go see how she does. Now remember guys, also, I have not towed it with my new gears yet, so I don't know how mine is going to be compared to this. All right guys, so right off the bat, this truck does tow much better than my truck did when my truck was on the stock 373 gears on 37s. This truck I feel has more pull, has more go than my truck, obviously, because mine was on, or not was, is still on 37s, but I have the stock 373 gears. So as of right now, just, you know, getting to the freeway, so far so good, but we'll see what happens once I hit the freeway. All right guys, getting back on the freeway now with the big ding ding behind us. Let's see how she does. I'm about half throttle, not giving her too much. Climbing here, slowly but surely. All right, I'm about 3/4 throttle now. Well, I'll tell you what, this is nothing like the Dodge that you guys saw in my last video. The Dodge I used to pull this thing. Okay, so we're climbing up this little hill. It is in 4th gear. My foot is to the floor right now, still climbing. We're at about 23. It's climbing slowly. All right, I'm about halfway throttle now, cruising at 55. Let's see if this thing will shift into 5th gear automatically here. I don't think she wants to shift. I'm still half throttle. Let me let off a little bit. All right, she doesn't want to shift. Let me see if I can manually shift her here. Manually shifted it, but she does not want to go into 5th. All right, let's pick up speeds and see, put it back into drive, and see if we can get her to shift on her own. Okay, I'm, you know, foot to the pedal foot to the pedal. Did I just say foot? Pedal to the metal. And okay, there we go. It shifted. Yeah, but now I'm going downhill, so that doesn't really count. So this thing did not want to shift coming up that little hill. All right, we're on flat ground now. I'm accelerating, and my foot is pretty much almost all the way to the floor. Oh, it just shifted. So this thing pretty much, I would say, does not like 5th or 6th gear. Didn't even go into 6th, and it barely went into 5th. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see. I don't, like I said, I haven't towed my trailer with my truck yet, but according to this truck being stock and having stock with all the emissions intact and having stock 373s in it, it didn't want to get out of 4th gear when cruising at about, you guys saw, 55 miles an hour, climbing any little hill. It wasn't a big hill either. All right, I'm coming up at just a little hill right here, and I want to see what it does. We're in 5th. I'm going to keep it at about, let's keep it at about 60 to 63 range. That's a beautiful Dodge right there. And I'm coming up this hill. Let me see if it'll stay there. Okay, I'm accelerating. So I am almost to the floor. I have accelerated. Okay, I am to the floor right now with my foot. As you guys can see, to the floor. Oh, it just shifted now. So this thing pretty much looks like its sweet spot for towing is 4th gear. This thing does not like 5th gear, nor does it really go anywhere in 5th gear unless I'm on flat ground like this. Any hills, just a slight, you know, hill, this Duramax will not climb it in 5th gear at all. So as you guys usually know, I just flip a little U-turn, but because my uncle's motorhome's there, I can't. So I gotta go straight and back up. But now what I am noticing here, and I want to try this with my truck also, I'm giving some gas, and this thing doesn't want to move. Okay, so let's see. Let's try this side. Okay, I'm just sitting here spinning. Now, some of you guys say, Eddie, these have G80 lockers. Let it catch first. So okay, I'm gonna try that first and see actually what that does. Now I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm going to turn traction control off and StabiliTrak off. Okay, now let's see what this does. Okay, so I'm just sitting here spinning. So clearly that G80 locker, whatever good old Dirty Max has, is not helping in this situation. So we are going to need 4-wheel drive. All right, let's stick her here and 4 low. All right, let's try this now. Oh yeah, she's moving already. Man. Oh, we're in our hole. Whoops. Oh yeah, look at that, right out. Well, 4 low works great. Well, you know, I must say, guys, I don't know, I shouldn't say it towed bad, but I mean, I'm a GMC fan. I love GMC, but I mean, as of right now, you know, that Dodge towed way better than this GMC did. And I understand this GMC is stock. She's bone stock, tune wise. That Dodge did have a tune on it. But I mean, I'm gonna try, you know what I'm gonna try? Because this is kind of not fair. I did a 3500 compared to a 2500. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find a 2500 Dodge on 37s like mine. Actually, yeah, I'll tell my cousin Johnny. Johnny, we need your truck. He's on 37s. He is deleted though, so yeah, I don't know anybody with a stock Dodge. So I'm going to compare his compared to that. I want to try it and see, because I know how a Duramax pulled, a deleted Duramax pulled on 37s, because that's what I have and I wasn't really happy with it. So I'm going to compare Johnny's Dodge, his 2500, I'm sorry, on 37s, and see how that pulls this trailer. That's all I got for you guys today. Make sure you stay tuned because we're going to do this test again with my truck, with it being re-geared with this trailer. I'm gonna try Johnny's truck on his 37s, his Dodge, and then I'm gonna get my cousin Martin, as you guys know, the owner of the Alkali Water. I'm gonna get his Ford. His Ford is also deleted on 37s. And you know what, let's just try them all out and see which one tows the best. I don't think I have had a, I should say, tow competition on my channel yet. So we're gonna get all the trucks, just line them up, hook this bad boy up, pretty much go tow and get some, you know, actually true numbers for you guys, you know, right then, right there, letting you guys know pretty much what tows the best. And yes, I know they're all deleted. I don't have any stock trucks, so I can't really compare it for the people that have a stock truck. But for you guys that have the deleted truck, I'm gonna let you know which one tows the best on 37s. We're just gonna pretty much battle them, I guess, all up. We'll call it the battle of deletes, and we'll see which one can tow the big ding ding better. So thank you guys for watching this video. Stay tuned for a bunch of other videos. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and don't forget to click subscribe. Thank you guys. Peace.
Yeah.